Eric Bischoff, easy E, didn't take it too easy on Dax Harwood or his little trust fund baby boss, Tony Khan. Tony Khan is like a sugar baby with no sugar, but a shitload of coke. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. And easy E, Eric Bischoff, this is the man that you should not mess with. This is the man that you should not go after, because he will respond, he will attack, and the likelihood is he will destroy and put you in your place. And that's exactly what Eric Bischoff has done today. He obviously caught wind of Dax Harwood's tweets after maybe, I don't know, 1 million retweets or something like that, because Dax Harwood has about 2 followers, so he had to hear it through second-hand info. But finally, Dax Harwood's thoughts got through to Eric Bischoff, and he has responded, and he's told Dax Harwood why he doesn't want to work for Tony Khan, and he's told, basically, Dax Harwood why he sucks as well at the same time, and I agree with Eric Bischoff. And it just goes to show you that Dax Harwood is a fake, because he actually recently said he enjoys listening to Eric Bischoff's 83-week podcast, but all of a sudden Bischoff has something negative to say about AEW, and now Dax Harwood hates it. He doesn't listen to it. The podcast is negative. The podcast is simply making a living off bashing and lying about AEW. So Dax Harwood has zero credibility. But let's talk about the guy that does have some credibility here. The only guy with any credibility out of this trio, and that, of course, is Eric Bischoff. This is what he said during his 83 weeks podcast about FTR and, of course, Tony Khan. Bischoff said, quote, "I thank the Lord every day that I don't have to go to work for a guy like Tony Khan. I stayed supportive of Tony Khan until November 2 years ago. Tony Khan made an ignorant comment about Ted Turner, completely ignorant. Tony doesn't have a fucking clue what went on in WCW and why it's not around. The only thing he knows is what Dave Meltzer told him. It was disrespectful and ignorant. Once somebody disrespects publicly someone I respect, they go on a different list. I don't care if you're a trust fund baby who owns a wrestling company. I no longer have respect for you." That was it, Dax. It wasn't because I asked for a job and didn't get one. It wasn't because I was hoping I would get a job offer and it never came. I wake up every day grateful that I don't have to work for someone like Tony Khan. Or even if I wanted to work for Khan, I'm grateful I don't have to jump on a plane to do it, or put up with what has obviously been the amount of drama that's taken place backstage in AEW far surpasses any fictional drama that is taking place in the ring. I don't want to be any part of that. Now, Dax, I understand you have to because you don't have options, but I do. If anybody out there listening, if you're the head of the network, if you're the head of a movie studio and you want me to come work with you, I have to be able to do it from my home. I'm not travelling unless I want to, so I don't want a job from anybody. End of quote. So I like the way Bischoff just reminding Dax that he is Eric Bischoff. He's made his name in multiple avenues, and if he wants a job, he can get one. Unlike Dax Harwood, who pretty much, if AEW goes bust, this guy's screwed. This guy ain't getting a job anywhere else. He's not getting a job in WWE. Last time the Revival were in WWE, they absolutely fucking stunk the joint out.
They absolutely did, and that's the opposite of what Eric Bischoff did here. It was like a black ice air freshener. This it was good seeing someone get one over on Tony Khan and Dax Harwood, because sometimes it's just back and forth. But I think this is the definitive winner here. There's no complaints from me. It's pretty much a 10 out of 10 response for Bischoff. I can't say anything that's wrong about it.
Yeah, I don't think Dax will reply to this. I mean, I don't think he can reply to this.
What can he say? Because he can't address the whole Ted Turner comment, because then that brings that up, and that'll make Tony Khan look bad. And everything else he said's the fucking truth. And they stay away from the truth over at AEW.
He's called Tony Khan a trust fund baby who owns a wrestling company. I mean, Tony can't deny that. Tony can't do anything about that. He's literally a guy that's done nothing in his life and has lived off his daddy's money. And
I'm not Shane!
It's his daddy's trust fund money that essentially pays for AEW. So, I mean, Tony Khan doesn't have a reply. And as for Dax, I mean, Bischoff could work. He's got multiple ways he can work. He's a big name. He's not short of money. He doesn't need the money, like he just said. And if he does want a job, then he's got multiple ways of getting one. He's got multiple avenues he can go down, whereas Dax doesn't have that. So
he's got a cul-de-sac.
So right now, yeah, Dax has got a cul-de-sac, and at the bottom of it, you've got big Tony Khan, and that's it.
Snorting them in.
And so, yeah, Dax needs AEW. Dax needs Tony Khan. That's why he's kissing Tony Khan's ass. That's why he's saying that Tony Khan's the best, and anyone who's negative against AEW is bad, or they're old, or they're better, or they're this, or they're that, and they're not. I mean, all Bischoff does is tell the truth, and that's something that looks like it's beyond Tony Khan and the likes of Dax or Meltzer. Although what I will say is it looks like over the past year or two, I think Meltzer's began to back off a little bit.
I think he's reeled it in a bit too. He's definitely not as vocal as he once was, but he has been bashing Bischoff a wee bit the past couple of weeks.
Could be because maybe Triple H is like kind of taking over, and now Dave Meltzer's trying to win over Triple H, so he doesn't want to be too anti-WWE and pro-AEW.
That wouldn't surprise me.
In the past, Meltzer's probably known that he's had no way of really... McMahon doesn't give a shit.
Unless it's the draft, and of course he wants to ring Brian Alvarez for a wee phone call. On second thought, I meant Wade Keller, that jabroni. Either way, they're all, they're all
the same.
They're all the same. It's just one guy, same tree, all same branches. Vince McMahon is never reaching out to any of these guys. Triple H, I think, will. The fact he went black and gold NXT tells me nothing's out of bounds for Triple H. That's the reality. Vince doesn't care about that.
Well, what's black and gold got to do with it?
NXT.
What about it?
It's indie. If there's one guy that screams indie, it's Dave Meltzer. Is it not?
It screams more Japan to me, but...
Oh, but Japan is indie. It's just the oriental flavour of indiness.
What? Oriental flavour? Dave Meltzer. Oh, me like Japan. 5-star match.
Tokyo Dome. Enjoy these noodles, Dax Harwood. Some Easy E super noodles.
Till next time. Peace.